that was a tough, hard-fought, physical game. That's what they do. I don't know what it is about this area of the country, because our game against Houston, not too far from here, felt like the same deal. Like whoever could get the most rebounds, I mean, they were all over the glass. I mean, our guys I thought did well. We still gave up 32 second chance points. So that what they do great, turn people over. They turned us over 15 times. Go deal boards. They got 32 second chance points. We weren't great at either of those. We were good enough to win. It's a good thing we shot the ball well from three in the first half. It kind of evened out a little bit. That's a little bit more what we expected to shoot. This year we've kind of been struggling. So I think if you get the right guys taking them, you know, shoot a higher percentage. So Shears is 4 of 10. CY, it's been a great shooter. Full careers 3 of 6, and I always 3 of 6. So get those guys taking them, we'll be better shooting team, and we got those guys taking them in the first half. So, you know, we ended up out rebounding them by 8, which at times it sure didn't feel like it. But Cliff, you know, in limited minutes, and I'll say a lot about Cliff, man. A lot of guys would have just sat that one out after they rolled their ankle like he did. He manned up, wanted to play, wanted to be there for his teammates, ends up with 10 rebounds in 16 plus minutes, and you can't say enough about it because we ended up getting 54 and he got about 20% of our rebounds. So big game for him. I thought a lot of guys played well for us. Second game in a row. Jared, we chart these blue collar points. They're kind of hustle plays that we knew we'd have to make a bunch of them because that's what Texas A&M does. I mean, they're hard playing, tough, hard nosed. And Jaron won that, so can't say enough about what he's been able to do here the last couple games either. But this is a game, if you plan on winning the league, that we're trying to do that. You know, we've won it multiple times here since I've been here. You got to go on the road and win these tough games. You're up 15, you can't let that thing slip away like it was close to. So a lot of credit to A&M for, and we've seen it. I mean, shoot, they were down 18 against Oklahoma, came back, you know, midway through the second half. So we told our guys, and sure enough, we're up 15. Here they come. They running back. We had some dumb turnovers and gave up some boards. And they hit the three. You know, Phelps is playing really well. You know, he's kind of, in my opinion, kind of taking Taylor's role a little bit when Taylor's out, and he's done pretty well. He had 34 points, and then tonight he had 24 in these last 2 games. So, you know, we didn't do a great job on him. I didn't think we got to do a better job on guys like that, but we did good enough to somehow eke out a tough road win.
Questions for Youngblood first, Jack?
Chris, I know you've been trying to get going here for a while. How'd it feel just to see a couple threes go through the net for you, especially on the road?
Oh, it's the best feeling, but what really helped me do that, just get lost in the game, you know, focus on, like you said, the blue collar points, and I knew, like, if I focus on that, the offense, and that'll come, so, yeah.
Anything else for Youngblood? Okay, thanks, C1. Jack, go ahead, Coach.
Nate, you mentioned that 7-0 run they went on. Just what was the message to the guys in that timeout to kind of settle them down? How'd you see them respond?
I mean, we got to quit turning the ball over because they score off turnovers. You know, we came out at under 12 and immediately turned it over to them. We got eliminate turnovers. And then if we can get them going against our half-court defense, I believe that's when Phelps hit that 3 that was in that run, if I remember right. I don't know for sure. I'd have to go back and look at everything, but we need to get him off the line. He's more than capable of making tough shots. His percentage isn't great on the year, but we've seen him hit timely, tough threes, and he's been a big-time scorer throughout his career. So get back to not turn it over, get back to what we knew we had to do to win this game. You know, make them take tough non-rim 2s. We didn't want their shooters getting 3s and then keep them off field boards. So just kind of remind the guys what we had to do. They actually, I thought they were pretty good tonight, to be honest with you. I mean, they're pretty good every night, but I thought they really attacked us well. We just, you know, we're honestly, we're fortunate they couldn't make free throws. If they could make free throws, this game would have been a little bit different.
Anyone else?
Coach, when y'all were up 15, you referenced that with about 7:40 to go. Did you feel like y'all had the game in control at that point?
Man, no, way too much time left with the way they play. I mean, especially with some of our turnovers we'd had, you know, we turned it over, a couple times we turned it over and dodged a bullet. But, you know, we couldn't keep turning it over like we were, and I mean, they make tough plays, man. They're a winning group. They expect to win. Buzz builds a winning culture, and they expect to win. When teams expect to win, they're hard to put away, especially at home like this. So, now I didn't feel comfortable until, man, I thought maybe when we were up 6 with under 20 seconds to go, maybe, but that's somehow you give up an and one, and then all of a sudden it was never until the very, very end. I didn't feel at all comfortable.
In the back.
Coach, 58 team fouls today. You know, how does that maybe change the way you play the game, and is that just what happens, I guess, when two physical teams go up against one another?
I mean, we don't usually foul that much. I'll have to go back and look at the film to see what, you know, I mean, these guys play hard goal, they run to the old boards, like, somehow they were intentionally fouling us at the end to, you know, save clock and put us at the line when they were down, and somehow, I got goal buck, man, we got a lot of rebounding fouls called on us. I mean, we've been stressing, we gotta keep them off the glass. I guess maybe our guys, obviously, they must have been holding, trying to keep them off the glass, and they're better at rebounding technique, and they obviously weren't holding us. When we crashed, we're a pretty good offensive rebounding team too, but, you know, I don't know, yeah, it's not a real smooth game. It took about 3 hours. I looked at my watch, we got done, it was almost 10 o'clock, so sure it wasn't, you know, people expect 3 hours on a football game, not a basketball game, but it is what it is. You know, you keep fouling, they're gonna keep calling them.
Hey, Coach, entering tonight, you said that the outcome of the game might have a lot to say about both teams' chances to win the league, you know, at the end of the season. Do you walk away from this one a little more justified in that, or is this kind of what you were expecting?
I mean, look, they're not gonna lay down. I mean, Buzz been here as long as I've been in Alabama, and he's had some, you know, tough starts, and then they get it together and they start winning. Like, he's gonna get these guys bounced back. They're gonna be right in that, you know, hunt for the league title. We've got, I mean, you look at our schedule, I'm sure their schedule's not easy either, but we got some tough games, so we got a long ways to go before we're having a serious conversation about winning a league title. But this game, if we're fortunate enough to win the games we need to moving forward, this will be one that you look back on. You know, that was a big one in my opinion, because I think they're right there. I mean, they're top 10 team in the country, so to beat them on the road, it takes some toughness, and it's a big win for us.
2 more.
Coach, Phelps had 23 and 9 against your guys. Were you impressed with this guy in the first glance you had at him?
I'm very impressed. Gets downhill. We did an awful job in the first half. You know, we kind of gave him his right hand. He got down there multiple times. You know, we haven't seen, basically the Oklahoma game was the only game that he's had this role. He's been playing with Taylor. So, man, now that he's got his confidence going in this, when they do get Wade back, they're going to be a really tough offensive team to guard, because who do you put your best perimeter defender on? Taylor's been an elite scorer in this league for a long time, and all of a sudden they have him. So I don't want to say I was surprised, because he's at 34 the last game. We tried to warn our guys, and we didn't do a very good job on him, in my opinion.
Last one, Charlie Potter, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned the shooting in your opening. Just, I know he didn't have a perfect game, but how good was it to see Chris Youngblood get some shots to go down?
So good. I mean, we knew what we were getting with him from South Florida. He's Conference Player of the Year. He shoots at a really high clip. He had to get off that surgery and get himself back comfortable. I told him he was going to be able to get some shots this game, and we tried to kind of put him up, you know, with the press to have some other guys handle it, get him open. You know, he goes 3 of 6, and he made a bunch of tough plays too. He's a winner, he's a competitor, he's a leader. You know, you want him in, you know, he ends up in Phelps. I thought he did the best job on Phelps tonight, and, you know, that's with him still not 100%, because he's still trying to get back from the ankle surgery. So his competitiveness, his winning attitude, and then, boy, it was great to see him drop some shots tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.